was a nice moment from last season, Dave, and we've got the champs, the CIF Division One champs here, the champions of many trophies of late, the Granite Hills Eagles. Dave, thanks for getting our tribute together with one of the top teams in San Diego County. We know the goal is to win the Open Division, but hey, if we get stuck down there at number 5 or number 6, we took care of business again last year. I think for these guys, I think we've been to the top, but I think it's unfinished business again a little bit after last season, Dave, with the Granite Hills Eagles. And joining us here, Zach Benitez, Jeremiah Mays, Braden Wells, and Tyler Oberg, some big names from the season. A lot of big names on the team of big names here, Dave.
Well, I have been waiting for, as you know, being Mr. Helix alumni, it's time for my alumni to rise now and fly away with a couple titles as we continue on. It's good to be an Eagle these days, I'll tell you that. And then also adding Noah Walker to the mix, coming over to the good side. And we love Grossmont. I didn't say I didn't love Grossmont, but an extra hand over at Granite Hills, we'll take it. And I'm going to go with Zach on that first and foremost. What is it like to have another receiver at your disposal that is that fast and has that good of hands?
I mean, it's definitely like upgrade was definitely, having another weapon onto my receiving core. I mean, we built a lot of chemistry throughout off season, playing 7-on-7, and then also just like working out on the side together. And then he recently came in, so when he like got with our practices and got more with the team, understanding the plays, we've definitely built like a bigger connection. And I'm just waiting for the season so that we can show off the connection that we have and display it to everyone.
I already see it, Ramon. I see him. Zach's going to have that 80-yard strike, and it's going to go to Noah Walker for 6. I called it right now, so in their first game, if they have it, we need to make a little wager here.
Oh, hey, I don't doubt it, but look, Kyler's in the mix too, and Tristan Diaz, who also had a big year last year with 23 catches, and Kyler got in the end zone too. Kyler, it's too easy for this guy in the middle between me and Dan. I could come in there and throw to some talented receivers like you. Come on.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a fun season. It's going to be interesting.
Tell me about the fact that you and Tristan and now with Noah. I don't want to belittle the point because it does give Zach an opportunity to look just 2,400 yards last year, and imagine that, right? Especially given that he was a sophomore last year. Kyler, what can this offense do this year?
Yeah, with all the new weapons that we have and all of the returning weapons that we already had in the arsenal, it's going to be good. His sophomore year is, that was already up there, but we're taking that to the next level with this one.
Kyler, what are they feeding you in the Oberg family? Because the three of you guys end up being superstars eventually. What is there a special mix? Maybe when I was in my younger days, it was called Scrapple, and it was for putting on weight, and it was like super protein. Tasted like pure grease, but it was real good for building muscle and very high in protein. I think they still sell it, actually. I don't think they should be allowed to, but at any rate, it works real well. So what's the secret in the Oberg house?
Honestly, we always just eat clean. We always have a meal at the end of the day where it has to be nice and balanced. So I think keeping your diet right is just as important as like work ethic and stuff like that. So I think, just being able to come home and know that, we have somewhere or something to eat it. I think that's the most important part.
Or the Oberg football game. Did they rough you up a little bit, Kyler, your brother?
Oh, of course they did. I was the youngest out of 3 brothers. I was either going to get tough or, that's about it.
There you go, right? That's what made him, Dave, probably what he has going today.
Jeremiah, I'm gonna go to you. I mean, you guys, as we mentioned at the beginning of the show, you're Division 1 champs. We definitely would have preferred to be open division. We had a couple losses that stung a little bit, and we are going to get to play two of those teams again. Perry came in and I don't want to say embarrassed, but boy, they really did some damage when they came in. I'm sure we're working on the defense of how to put them on the edges, how to take them out and make those corners work. And the other one was Cathedral Catholic. I mean, we got to find a way and a good attack, a good game plan, and take care of Cathedral Catholic.
We don't get out physical by many teams, Jeremiah.
Nah.
On those given nights, what do you think? How strong is this team? I mean, you anchor that offensive line. You're an all CIF lineman, and those were rough games, admittedly, here, despite the great success last season.
Yeah. Just a lot of injuries, really. That's about it, really.
Tell me some of your partners there on the line this year. If you can name them, if you know their first and last name, that'd be great. If you just have their whatever your friends' names are, that'll work too. We got a lot of Eagles fans watching.
Okay, so at the center position, we have Deegan Gilbert, nice center. He can do some stuff for us, help us out. Our right guard, we have Seth Hodge. I'm not sure how to say his last name really, but he's a young lineman, going to be a junior this year. Big part of our line, help us out a lot on the right side, especially being by me. He just helps a lot on the field when it comes to it. We got left guard. We have Julian Bailey, another big factor on the O line, and then we have our left tackle Gabriel Wolf, and that's about it.
You feel safe with those guys, Zach?
Definitely.
Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I was going to go with Braden. I don't want to leave him hanging like that. I mean, you're junior. You got another year to win a championship this year, and then you got another one for next year. I mean, you had 80 tackles last year. Do you have a number in your head? Do you want to do the 100, or you want to go over that?
I mean, personally, I'm trying to go over 100. I'm trying to get to at least 110. Trying to have a big year this year. I feel like we could definitely bounce back after last year. I feel like we deserve to be in the open, but can't beggars can't be choosers. So we just had to go ball out in D1. But I'm definitely hoping to break the 100 mark for tackles. Try to get to 110 at least. Maybe if I'm pushing it, 120.
It almost reminds me, Ramon, of a younger Dwight Freeney at times, and I think those just spinning off and making those tackles and being able to tackle correctly. I see so many, even in the pros. You guys have seen it too at the college level, of defenders not knowing how to tackle correctly, and then hurting themselves as well in the process. But
Yeah.
What do you think on your side would be the key to, what are you going to change up to get after those two teams? Because they came in and they made us look bad.
Yeah, I think on the defensive side, this year we're going to come with a lot more grit. We've been working hard in the offseason about being real violent on the football field. Not saying we weren't last year, but I definitely feel a wave of energy coming for this year. I think we're ready to bounce back and prove these teams that we can compete and we can beat them. We've definitely grown and come a long way from last year. So I'm just ready to get downfield. Put helmet to helmet on someone and make some big plays.
Who are some of the
look,
returning guys? Who are some of the returning guys with you, Braden, with their backers and some other veterans that are going to be big time contributors?
So at linebacker, it'll be me, and then rotating, we have Jaden Proctor, who will be a senior, and Travis Sabaz, who will be a junior this year. So we'll all be rotating, getting in the mix, Kyler will actually be playing some linebacker with me this year, so I'm definitely looking forward to having him back there with me. We have one of our DBs, Uriah Schutza. He's coming back.
Yeah.
Rocky Gossek, Logan Vance. We got a decent amount of returners coming back on defense. So definitely looking forward. We're all looking forward to come back, and then we got some new guys coming in too. So we're definitely looking good on defense.
We got when we're talking Eagles, we're talking family, right? Vance, that's the younger brother, he played last year, right?
Yes, sir.
His brother was a big time player there too. Recently, Dave. So go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, and I mean, minus those two teams. Oh, I do remember one other game too. I don't know what happened, but you guys came back. You put it together. I wouldn't want to be in that locker room. The Grossmont game at home. At the beginning of that one, I could probably hear it. I don't know, miles away. At the beginning of that game, I don't know what was going on. I was actually screaming myself, but you guys really stayed poised. You guys regrouped. I mean, that night, for example, he didn't say much, but what did Coach have to say that got you pumped up to go out there and finish off the job?
I think it's he's Vinny's he's a real motivational person. He's always trying to stay calm, keep everybody calm and composed. So, he was just telling us like we just got to breathe, we're going out there and we're all trying to do everybody else's job. We all got to focus on our own job, because if one person does their job, then it's going to lead them back to the next person's job. So we just took a step back, started doing things little by little, putting pieces together, and then we ended up, starting to shut things down a little bit.
I'll say, look, it was funny the way that particular game went. I don't want to pick on
Crazy score.
You don't go out, Zach, saying you're going to put up 100 on somebody, but that's just the way it went that night. I mean, that's the type of team Grossmont was, I think, in that instance. But still, this is a lethal offense, and you got no on the other side now, so I guess it's not out of the question. But hey, how about when we've got state championship experience, Zach, but we kind of ran into a tough opponent in that first round. Did anything of maybe the games in the Division I playoffs, do you think maybe this team is actually going to be more, I don't want to say improved, man. You guys, this program's incredible, and you've been a part of it here for 2+ years in a way, if you know what I mean. So was that a disappointment when you lost that state playoff, considering our pedigree now?
Me personally, I would say definitely, because I have high expectations, not only for myself but for our team as well. I really think that we're like a high level football team, so I believe that even settling for D1, that's not enough for us. I believe we're definitely open division competitors, and even beyond that, state competitors. And we fell short both my years, freshman and sophomore year, submission via Hell and Edison. But I believe this year, we have to get a state championship, another one on the board for us, definitely. So I have high beliefs and no doubt in my team at all.
Tyler, I wanted to ask you. You look at the schedule out of the gate, and I'd been talking to Coach about it before too. You're going to be really battle tested before you, and that's exactly what he said, before you even get into league. I mean, you got another shot at the two that you definitely want to defeat, as we've been discussing. And then we have a couple other ones. Let's face it, Oceanside's not the same Pirates that they have been in the past. But let's not take them too lightly either, because that could get us into a Grossmont situation, and we don't want to have to play from behind again. And, I mean, 100-point game every once in a while, but let's not do that again. And then you got Mater Dei Catholic, and then Los Alamitos, Orange County or Long Beach-ish area. Tell me about the schedule and how you guys are going to attack it, and why did Coach put such tough start to the season? Is that exactly for the playoffs? Is he playing in the playoffs first six games?
Honestly, I think, our biggest thing is just we're going to take one game at a time. We're going to attack each person like, we're going to play every game like it's a playoff. So it doesn't really matter how aggressive we or how strong our schedule is. We're just going to take it one game at a time. We're going to play a game the best that we can do. And we're going to continue. We're going to do what we know how to do. We're going to play football like how Granite Hills plays football. And, the strength of schedule just isn't really the main topic in our head. It's just what we can do.
Yeah, and you have to get those. And I mean, there is some controversy, Dave, with the way the
Points,
will happen this year with the a little bit going on. But you're still looking at those, and Granite Hills has to figure they're in the top 4, 5, 6 to 5. Because you got Lincoln, you got Cathedral, Mission Hills, Carlsbad, you got Granite Hills. I mean, this is just the way it is. It feels like right now. So, hey, Jeremiah, this team has great balance. We know now, especially adding more receiving help. And yes, Max is gone, but look, these two backs were pretty strong when they were in the game. Talking about Gage, talking about Anthony. So, is this team a balanced team when Zach is calling his shots and calling his signals? What do you like better? We running the ball or when we're passing the ball?
Me personally, I say running the ball because I like to dominate up front. Get the driving people back. And opening lanes for our running backs. Hopefully get in the end zone. And when it comes to passing, I like to protect Zach. Keep the pocket clean. That way Zach have a clear shot of throwing the ball without nobody being around.
Yeah, we know we know we're not an NIL or anything, but Zach has to take care of you guys somehow. I don't know, some donuts, some burgers, some wings and things, some epic wings. How does he take care of you guys?
Zach, he always takes care of he takes us out to go eat, basically, and he always feeds us.
I thought he was gonna do some Rolex watches with another state championship.
That's right. Yeah.
Now, if you look over the years too, guys, and I guess I'll throw this at Zach since we're already talking to him. 2022, we'll start there. 12-3 record, 1 CIF Division II title, and the state Division IIA championship over San Ramon Valley. That right there, that had to start pumping you up like we can do this again. After that one, 2023 11-2 record. You definitely took part in that one 100%. 1 CIF Open Division title, 27-26 versus Lincoln. That was one heck of a game. That's probably one of your favorite games that you have played. And I mean that thing was nuts. You lost though in the state Division 2A to Oxnard, and then we got 2024 and 142-25 versus San Marcos. We had to beat quite a few more teams to get to where we needed to be, and with another championship. And then of course the cherry on top was definitely the 100 wins for Coach Cobbs, because he has been working his tail off, and I've seen many of Granite Hills teams, and he deserves every moment of it. But you'll also know, Zach, that he is one of the most humble coaches that runs a place. I definitely know he will not take the credit. He will put it all on you guys and his staff. And correct me if I'm wrong.
Nah, you're right. Absolutely. He's made a great program out of the Granite Hills program and definitely turned it around, especially for these past couple of years. And, I'm blessed to be able to be a part of the success that we've had. But it's all really like Coach Cobbs and the rest of the coaching staff. They put all of us together, and they put trust into us to go out there and compete. So it's all like success towards them as well.
Yeah, but like Zach said, Dave, it's those two. Look, we want to win. We get another chance. You get a chance every year. Win the league title and try to win a CIF title. Yes, open division, but I think Zach said that those state playoff games are still stinging. We don't want to wait until next year to try to win a state. We're going to try to get it done now. Hey, we win 2, but get 1. Make sure. I think Zach wants that. Here we've tasted victory, and even on that night, right? What you said, I think, is true, Dave. Yeah, that was an important game in the Grossmont Hills League, but I think they were really stoked for Coach Cobbs, who that's a real milestone here. With especially nowadays, Dave. I don't want to bore these guys, but the coaches don't stick around as long as they used to. But Coach Cobbs is one of our staying powers.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, do you circle anything specifically? I mean, besides, I don't want to beat a dead horse with those two teams. Is there anybody in league that you always look forward to playing every single year since you guys have been there? And I'm gonna go to Braden on that one.
You know, with personally, I like playing Helix. You know, I feel like that's for the past couple years. You know, considering the year we won state, you know, we had that triple overtime crazy win. And then 2 years ago, double overtime win, and then even last year was a pretty hard fought game. So I'm always looking forward to fight against Helix, because they're always coming and ready to give us something back. So that game's always fun to play in.
I'll agree, and I'll say it from Mr. Helix here, right? Is maybe we've had a few tough years from Helix standards because the Eagles are so good and Mount Miguel's coming up. But I would say the Highlanders knew that they were in a tough game and actually stepped up their game a little bit in the games against the Eagles. I thought the Eagles Day would win those games maybe more comfortably. I'm not talking of my Highlanders. I think that shows that there is a little bit of rivalry there between between the teams there right now. But El Cap, don't forget, Dave, is now in this league too. That's another neat game there. I know that they're coming over from the other league, but just puts a little another spin. There's always kind of a nice Eagles and El Cap in different sports over the years. We used to go. That used to be a big game back in our day, because of they were kind of equal back then.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Let's not forget about Mount McGill, fellas. There and I remember. I heard anyway. I'll just put it that way. There was some talking, and but at the end of the game, the Eagles did get the win. But Jeremiah, how much talent is on that team too? That's another tough team that we have to face on both sides of the ball.
What was the team again? Sorry.
Mount McGill.
Mount McGill? Yeah, I'll say it was last year. It was a battle between going against the tackles and DNs because they got some size over it. But something that helped us out a lot going against them, their linemen were playing both sides, so they'll be gassed coming onto the field, offense and defense. Gave us a big advantage to dominate them.
I think we're gonna have some great games in the Hills League, Dave, for sure. To be honest, the Eagles are on top. I mean, if you look at the teams right now, those power ranking, whatever, we don't need power ranking. We know the Eagles right now. Feels like college guys, actually, what Coach Cobbs and Coach Sanfilippo and the gang have gotten all together there. Feels like a whole system, Dave, a whole football system. I think it is out there, Southeastern El Cajon, Poway, and a whole group that comes in to play at Granite Hills right now.
Yeah, and I mean they're starting off. I'm sure you guys have looked at the rankings. You're already starting off at number 1, so that's a lot on your shoulders. But you just have to go out there and Zach, you just got to go out there and play and defend that. And I mean, what I've seen, you got Jeremiah there, and you got, your whole line really. I've seen you back there. Sometimes you could have a cup of tea. You could have a couple of something to munch on. You got time back there. And then you just need to step up and find your receiver. And that's when you got to give it to the line. I think sometimes the line gets very disrespected, and without them, we're not the superstar QB1.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's all props to the 5 guys up front. I love them a lot. They keep not only me protected, but my running backs, get them down the field. So it's all props to them.
And now that you mentioned the running backs, let's get back to the guys that are going to be getting a possibly the most touches, or are they going to be rotating them out? I know Spalding had quite a few touches when Max wasn't in the game.
And I gotta tell you, watching the games with this guy, you guys, he loves Gabe. I'll just say it, Dave. You love Gabe. You guys love Gage too. Who else besides those guys? Any Gage and Anthony? Any other backs? I think you mentioned another one in there, uh, Zach, or if you
Yeah,
guys have
Davion.
David. Yeah,
Yeah,
Davion.
yeah. So it'll be those three in the mix and like rotating. I'm not sure exactly who's going to be starting yet, but they're all definitely going to be factors. They all have like they're all ready to play whenever.
Hey, Braden, how experienced is our defense? I know we did lose some guys for sure. Do you know how many of them are returnees? Do you feel like it's that you are still putting more pieces together, or is there some anchors still around, like yourself and Jaden?
We got a lot of returners coming from last year. I'd say both of our corners are returning with Logan Vance and Rocky Gossek. And then at the safety position, we've got a lot of depth. We've got a freshman, Jameer Alvarez. He's looking to ball out this year. And then down on the line, we have Wyatt McLeod returning. And then we got a couple new guys coming in. But it's looking like we should just bounce back. Looking like we're not going to skip a beat this year. Seems we've got everything filled and we're all ready to play.
With that being said, I'm going to go to Kyler real quick. I think the biggest addition, wouldn't you agree, is Noah Walker. Having him transfer over and give Zach somebody else. I mean, I've seen the guy play on both fields, and they say there was another, I forget his name, over at Mount McGill, but Noah Walker needs a little more respect because that guy can run. He can catch anywhere. I saw him make some spectacular catches in the corner of the end zone, being able to hold onto that ball with three guys. They're all huddled around him trying to bring him down. What are your thoughts on? I mean, was that the missing piece?
Oh, I completely agree. I've had the opportunity to go with him on the same side and against him as playing a man on him, and he's insane. He's a very, very talented athlete. He's always somehow making a catch on the ball that nobody else can make. He is an extraordinary athlete, I would say, for sure.
Dak, is he going to be your number one? I know you're going to say that you're going to spread the ball and whoever's open, that's where you're going to go to. But we all have a guy that no matter what, if everybody else is covered, is he your guy?
I'm not personally gonna answer that because I don't want to have any of my receivers feel disrespected. I love all of them, and they're all ballers, and I have full trust into all of them. So worst case scenario, I'll throw it up to any one of them, and I trust any one of them to come down with it most definitely.
And we've also seen you tuck and run yourself when everybody's covered. I know Coach probably doesn't like it. He doesn't want you to do that, but I've seen you do it a couple of times just to pick up that first down. But with all the talent that you have, I don't think that'll be as necessary. But I know you can do it because I've seen it happen.
If you have to.
Yes, sir. If I have to, I'm most definitely gonna do it. Whatever gets my team.
All right, Jeremiah. We don't want to see him. We just run the plays as script. We're good enough, man. We don't need. You don't need to see number 0 in front of you, Jeremiah.
Hello.
So, guys, we start off at number 1, and we're ready for week number 1. It's just around the corner. We got 2 weeks to get ready for it, and then we got to get set and win every game. It's all about that. But I do agree with all of you. It's one game at a time. But good luck to the Eagles, especially, and biggest thing, make sure you guys stay healthy. We don't want to lose anybody and have to take them out for the season. That would be detrimental to our plans for another state championship.
And nothing's going to happen to any of you. Zach, are you mentoring a young quarterback on this team for this that'll be behind you for the next 2 years? What's going on with your quote unquote room?
We have this incoming freshman, and then I believe this other kid. He's going to be a sophomore, I believe. One's name is Ryder Bowman, I believe his last name. The other one is Bradley. I'm not sure what his last name is, but I'm mentoring them, both of them. They're both going to be on JV, and them themselves are going to be competing for the spot. But yeah, I'm just mentoring both of them. So when I'm graduating, they'll be able to take over, and Coach Cobbs will have trust into them, knowing that I was like setting an example for them. They were like playing behind me.
And Dave always likes special teams. We've had some great kickers on the Eagles. Do we know what's Kyle? Do you return punts this year? What's going on? Tell me a little bit. Do you know anything about special teams yet, Kyler? What's going on with us?
So as of now, for our kickers, we have a kid named Nick. He's an extraordinary kicker. He comes from soccer. I think it's the second year playing. He has a boot on him. He's insane. As of returning, it's going to be me and Rocket back there. And then for punting, I'm not going to be punting.
Okay. No, that should be good. We really appreciate the Eagles. Dave, of course, joining us here today. Of course, junior quarterback Zach Benitez, 2,400 yards. Nah, forget it. We're going for 3 dimes or more. I would think. I'll just say it. Don't worry about it, Zach. I'll just make the predictions here. Of course, we also had Jeremiah Mays, a senior offensive lineman, all CIF lineman, if that great offensive line, a veteran linebacker. Braden Wells here, the junior, and of course our man Kyler Oberg from the famed Oberg football family. Let's call it what it is. Dave, great job.
And we want those 100 tackles. We want those 100. No 80. We want 100 plus, and you're going to get them this year because you're going to have the time to do it.
Yes, sir. I'm going for 110.
There you go.
Between him and Proctor, they get 200 tackles.
Yeah. Me, Proctor, and Travin, we're all going for at least 100, so maybe we'll see a 300 in there.
We'll need it on both sides.
See, right, they're ready to go. They're ready to win another championship, and I'm calling it. They're going to win another state championship, and don't let me down, fellas, because being an alumni too, you want another state championship.
Want to get that? Yep. All right, guys. Really appreciate it. The Granite Hills Eagles have a great season, guys. We'll catch up with you. We know we have a tough time wrestling the guys from the big-time media because of their success. But I think we'll round them up somewhere down the line. Get Zach to round them up for us and the guys. Thanks a lot, Eagles. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Dave. All right, for Dave Dickens, I'm Ramon Scott. You join us here all throughout the next 2 weeks with more of the East County football previews. Good night.
Thanks, guys.